Welcome to Sculpture Studios for the second half of our Peppa Pig Halloween special. Don't worry, I'm fairly certain all you arachnophobes out there won't be too bothered by Mr. Skinny Legs here. There aren't going to be any surprise pop-up spider pictures. It's Peppa Pig after all, it's a child-friendly show. Along with the giant pumpkin, where if you haven't seen that video already, there's a link in the YouTube description below, we're creating oversized Halloween props for Peppa Pig World down at Paulton's Park. This spider's going to be 4.5 metres wide by just under 2 metres tall, and the inspiration's been taken from the cartoon images that we've been sent by the client James Mancy. Here are the beginning stages, blocking out from polystyrene.
So here's the new drawing for the spider. As you can see, he's a lot rounder than the previous one, and an actual full circle now. So we've started carving. So this has actually been cut, you can just kind of see it under there, and then when we're done we'll flip the whole thing over, do all the carving. There's still a bit of a lump on this side where I've taken it down, so we'll refine that as I go round. As you can see around this edge here, I've kept a nice big flap, and that is so that when we carve the entire thing on a full round, it leaves us a nice edge to really give it a nice soft curl. On this side we've done almost a full round, just need to take this top down as well, but I don't want to go too far just yet, just so it's got a nice curve here and here. And then I'll start taking off this corner, and that's how all four corners started to begin with. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot to take off in this general belly area, and then I can bring the whole thing around and start looking at that line and making it nice and neat. See a bit of a smiley face.
Many of you will no doubt be familiar with the processes we use by now. Hot wires to cut the bulk of the polystyrene form from our 8x4 by 2 foot billets, going to work with nail and wire brushes to create and refine the form, knives and stonemason rifflers for the more intricate detailed areas which aren't really necessary on a piece like this, and sanding the shape down once we're happy with the overall form. When everything's nice and smooth, I know some of you know what time it is, on with the secretly sourced sticky back tinfoil. This provides a protective barrier between the polystyrene foam and the resin going on top, and it saves having to go over with multiple layers of something like a PVA glue. It's nice and clean and quick.
You know where this video is going to go, Aden? On the web. That's about all the spider jokes I can muster at the moment.
Whilst the body is being laminated with glass fibre, the legs are being cut and assembled at appropriate angles as per the images.
You show me a leg.
Everything is being glued together using a polyurethane expanding foam, and at the moment the body is being positioned at the correct height so all the legs can be lined up around the exterior and marked out where they need to be cut and joined onto later. To stay in keeping with the cartoon animation, the legs are being carved back to make them a little more irregular and more hand-drawn. Once we feel we've got the sculpture to where it needs to be, we send some images, or in this case, a walk around video to the client for them to take a look at and approve. Before we proceed with any glass fibre work on the legs, it's best to get everything signed off in case any changes need to be made, and when things are in the polystyrene stage, amendments are far easier to make.
Well, there's no easy way to do this. Hey Ruth, you're on clean up duty.
What are you doing here, Kevin?
I'm sanding down the individual legs, ready for us to put the foil on, and then we can put the glass on, and then neaten up after that. But it's easier to do the legs all off of the job, so we can get around it better.
That makes sense. And what are you doing here, Kieran?
Drilling holes to attach some big heads for us to make a trapdoor. So when we put the two pieces of the spiders together, we can get inside, start laminating and fixing the fibre together.
Much like the pumpkin, we've removed the polystyrene from the inside of the body to help reduce the overall weight. We're now gluing pieces of lava around the perimeter to laminate the two halves back together.
Here we are, tin foil in the polystyrene legs. And here's birthday girl. Yeah, doing a lovely job. We're burnishing the legs on, protect it from the fiberglass elements.
As we're aware this spider is most likely going to be installed on a rooftop, we're not going to be going too overboard with the internal metalwork. Metalwork still needs to be included, of course, particularly at the bottom of the feet so this can be held down, but we're also creating an anchor point eyelet at the bottom of the body so the whole sculpture can be pulled down from the centre of the job as well. We're now going through the process of giving this layers of a flow coat resin, sanding it back and repeating the process until we're happy that this is a good finish from a suitable distance. Now the fiberglass joining the legs to the bodies had time to set, we're flipping the sculpture over to work on the underside. Now while the spider's having a kip like this, it's prime time here in the studio really to release that little bit of tension, you know what I'm saying?
These are the worst spider impressions I've ever seen. Oh, God. Keep your eyes on the job, Ruth.
I see what you did there.
He's happy to see you. Oh, need a hand, Kieran?
Nope, just doing the legwork. Totally.
For the finish on the body, the black is pretty much straightforward, but we've been sent a couple of colour references for the outlines of the face. These are all car body paints, suitable and more durable for outdoor use. Loading up with the giant pumpkin as a travelling companion, it's off down to Southampton to Paulton's Park. We've had a fantastic opportunity over the last couple of years to work with Peppa Pig World, creating about 30 characters for the new area of the park, and now creating something seasonal for their Halloween event. We're really looking forward to new installations that may be commissioned in the future, so please stay tuned and see what else we may have with Peppa Pig World in the pipeline. Once again, a big thank you to James Mancy for helping the project to run so smoothly, and hopefully everyone enjoyed the sculptures out on location. Please feel free to leave any comments below, as they're always appreciated, and hit the subscribe button for our latest videos. You can like Sculpture Studios on Facebook and follow @Aden Hynes on Twitter. And for more of our work, visit sculpturestudios.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching.